I want to thank everyone for coming out today. I want to give a special thank you to IAPA officials for allowing us to hold this press conference here today at their expo. We are here today to present a $20,000 Fireman's Fund Heritage Grant to the Orange County Fire Rescue Department. This grant is being directed by Inflatable Industry Purchasing Group as well as Ninja Jump. Now, the way the program works is our independent insurance agents like Inflatable Industry Purchasing Group have the ability to direct grants to fire departments for life-saving equipment, training, and community education.
Well, all these inflatables that you see around here, we provide insurance protection and risk management services for companies that rent these to the general public. And so Ninja Jump, who's the major manufacturer of inflatables in this country, has helped us identify all the risks and exposures associated with them, and has helped us in terms of getting close to the people that are in the rental business. So as a result, Ninja Jump and I have worked together and decided that it would be great while we were both here in Orlando to pay some of the benefits that we've seen back to the community of the Orange County Fire Department.
Well, once again, we're very pleased to be working very closely with Fireman's Fund, which is an international insurance company. This is our fourth grant where they're working with fire departments to help serve the community. For this grant, what we've elected to do are by language translators. Obviously, we're in the business of helping people when they're having a bad day, and a lot of times they don't speak English.
Orange County has 1 million residents, and we have become a very diverse community. We have a Spanish-speaking community, a Creole-speaking community. We have a lot of Vietnamese and Asian communities, but yet we haven't been able to, have that many firefighters who are able to speak the language. So this technology allows our firefighters to speak English, and the computer will speak that language to that citizen to see what their needs are. So it allows our firefighters to find out what is your concern, whether it's a body problem, if there's something that's hurting on your body, or you can identify where the fire is, if there's someone in the house.
I'll break it into two scenarios. One is a medical scenario. You get to a scene of a call, first thing the paramedic needs to know is what's the problem. And if you ask the question, the person doesn't understand what you're saying when you ask what the problem is, doesn't have any way of telling you what it is or pointing to what it is, because really on a lot of medical calls what people say is it hurts here, this is where I got hurt, my tummy hurts, my head hurts. And so in this case, it allows us to ask them that question in the language that they're most familiar with, and for us to say, okay, now we know where the problem is, and now we can start diagnosing and working on the problem. So from a medical perspective, until you get that kind of that first question answered, you really can't figure out exactly what the problem is. Very interestingly though, on a fire ground, some of the typical questions we ask is everybody out of the house. Well, if we're asking the questions everybody out of the house and nobody understands us, we're not going to get a response that allows us to go to the next level of what we need to do to put the fire out or find somebody. Our typical question we always ask, especially this time of the year, we ask about utilities. How do you turn off the utilities? Where are the utilities at? Where's the heater at? And again, it's a process of being able to communicate with people or not being able to communicate with people. So, both in a fire setting, clearly in a medical setting, this device we think has a very, very high usage for us.
It's a great way for us to continue to improve our service, which our firefighters are already a great department. It just makes it much greater.